Thank you so much for joining me for Sim on Clash. Today we'll be looking at the second cage match from the same war when Art of War matched a farming clan. This time it's a Town Hall 9 cage match that we'll be looking at. Okay, I thought we'd start off here by taking a look at the base. As you can see, most of the defenses on this base are maxed for Town Hall 9 with the exception of the walls. And you can tell here the heroes are obviously not maxed for Town Hall 9. This was a farm war, so we had no defensive CC troops to have to worry about on this base. Both of these expos are set to air, so making it an ideal base that you can hit by ground or air. You probably recognize this base. It's a pretty popular internet base. It's a variation of the general. And keep those things in mind as we watch these attacks. Alright, so the first attack I'm going to show you here is a fresh hit triple. This is by Red Devil. He is going to be doing a stoned hobo. He clocked in about 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and let's take a look. Alright, so he starts off here by dropping his golems and some wizards behind. He's going to do the same thing on the other side. Once he's got his funnel pretty well set, he's going to go ahead and open up the base with some wall breakers. Drops his king and bowlers. Unfortunately, 2 of his golems walk, but that's okay. His heroes and his bowlers do go inside the base and are able to take out most of the core, including the defending king. Starts dropping his hogs. Doesn't have that many hogs left over at the end. Lost quite a few of them to springs, unfortunately. Still gets the attack done. Had an extra poison and an extra heal spell. Probably would have been a little bit faster if he had managed to keep a few more hogs. So awesome job by Red Devil shredding the base. Alright, so next up on the space, I've got AS93, which is just Rain's Town Hall 9. He clocked in about 2 minutes and 22 seconds doing a Go Bow La Lune. Let's take a look. Alright, so he starts off here dropping a couple of archers. Next, he's going to drop a couple minions, kind of gets his funnel started. Drops his golems and some wizards. Once he's got his funnel pretty well set, he's going to go ahead and drop his heroes, his bowlers, and drop a jump spell. Unfortunately, several of his bowlers do end up walking, so he gets down the defending queen and one of the ADs, and I think he gets the defending king as well, but that's all the ADs that he's going to get. Starts dropping his air troops. You can see here it gets pretty close. He ends up losing most of his loons from this last AD. All but one, I think. So he has 1 loon left for cleanup, but he still does have pups, and his he's got a couple bowlers that walked are still going, and his queen is still alive. He does still have some spells that he did not end up dropping. He has a haste spell and a poison spell, so good job by Rain. Okay, so my next attacker is Tempo. He clocks in about 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and he is going to be doing a quad lava loon spam. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Alright, so he starts off here just dropping a couple minions, starting cleanup early. Next thing he's going to do is just drop his hounds and loons in a line straight at those ADs. He rages them. He doesn't worry about the defending queen. Figures, I guess, the pups and the poison and skelly spells will take care of her. And unfortunately, this last AD really takes down most of his loons here. But if you didn't notice, he didn't drop his heroes. So he did save them till the end. So here he sends his queen in to go ahead and take care of the last remaining archer tower while the pups and the minions finish up the base. So he didn't even bother using his king, so nice job, Tempo. Okay, so the last attacker I have today is Omen. He clocked in about 2 minutes and 35 seconds. He is going to be doing a queen charge, go La Lune, heavy on the archers. You will see what I mean in just a moment. Alright, so he is going to start off dropping a baby dragon, his queen and healers. Baby dragon to help her moving in the right direction. He's got 4 earthquakes to open up the base. Charger in there. You can see the baby dragon's actually doing quite a bit of work clearing the side there. Once he is distracting the queen, he starts sending in his air troops to take care of that 180 in that side there with his loons. His queen's going to get in there and take care of a lot of the core there. Drops his golem and a bunch of archers. Wall breakers his golem in, kind of taking care of the bottom half of the base there. So nice job, Omen, keeping things interesting with this different attack. Alright, so the time has come to choose a winner, and this is probably going to be even more difficult than the last one because there were 4 very distinct attacks and they all tripled the same base. The first attack by Red Devil was the fresh hit. It was the longest attack. The golems walked on him. He had minimal cleanup, but he did have some swag spells. The second attack by AS93 was the second fastest attack. However, most of his bowlers walked, and he lost almost all of his loons, but he did have some swag spells as well. The third attack by Tempo was by far the fastest attack, and it was kind of spammy, but he gets style points for holding his heroes back, and it was kind of fun to watch the way that he released his loons. The fourth attack by Omen was the second longest. His attack had several phases in it, like the queen charge portion of it, and then the air portion of it, and then the final, like the golems and the archers part of it. He did lose most of his troops. He got style points for using that many archers. And he had a really nice queen charge her into the base, and she took down a lot of the core, so it's a really great attack. So after much soul searching, I decided on Omen as the winner of this cage match. Like Temple's attack, it had a lot of style. It was hilarious watching all those archers out there, but it was also a lot more complicated than Temple's attack because of the 3 distinct phases of the attack, and his queen charge was really, really nice. So congrats, Omen. Thank you all for joining me on this Town Hall 9 cage match on the General. I hope to catch you next time for Sim on Clash.